Hey, yo, happy 4th of July. Last 4th of July, I did a 4th of July spectacular uploading videos of red, white, and blue, opals, garnets, and sapphires. And one of my sapphire videos wasn't all that hot, and I really didn't enjoy the place I dug at. The other one in Phillipsburg, I did enjoy the one that I dug at. And I've got some videos coming up for you guys soon. Another video about opals. I've got a video about sapphires coming your guys' way soon. I found some pretty good stuff out there. But today's video is not about that. Today's video is about the red. Today's video is about sunstones. When I was out at Spectrum Sunstone Mine recording my video this last time, I had planned on digging longer than it took me to record the video. And when I had recorded the video, I had also needed some rest and needed a hot shower. And I got myself a Motel 6, I think it was, something like that. And I uploaded the video. Now after that, I went back to Spectrum Sunstone Mine to finish my digging without having to worry about recording anything. And while I was out there, I had strained my knee a little bit, so I took a couple of days off. And taking those couple of days off made it to where the next day I dug was on Father's Day. So the story you're about to see in here and the video clips you're about to see are what happened on Father's Day and what I found on Father's Day. But really, I'm just going to change this camera angle real quick and then start telling you anyway. So here we go. So it was Father's Day, right? It was Sunday, and it was the last day I had paid for to do virgin ground digging. And I had paid for a day at the Cattle Guard, one of the Spectrum Sunstone Mines $200 a day premium fee digs. And my day started off pretty good. You know, I got up early, talked to the guys that are out there at the mine, and then just peeled out first thing. And when I got out there, I drove up and I went to the general area where most people dig and most people find a bunch of good stuff, and where I had been digging the first time with ricin. And was a little like step area where you step down into the pit and down a couple of mud steps. And this part is not on video. It's the only stone I think from that day that I didn't get a clip of. Not the only one. There's more than one. There's like 4 or 5 stones I didn't get a clip of. But that was one of the stones that I didn't get a clip of. And I stepped down into the pit, and on the second step right there where I would put my foot, there was like a 10-12 carat really red sunstone just laying in the dirt right there, like people have been stepping on it, or maybe somebody dropped it, or maybe it fell off the wall and people have been stepping on it forever. But I picked that up and I, moved some of the soil around. I didn't see anything else and thought about grabbing my sifter, but I really was just sort of doing my noodling, scoping the area out thing real quick, right? And I moved about 15 feet to my right and saw a sunstone pocket sitting on the edge of the wall right there. Now, when I first started hunting sunstones and people were telling me about hitting pockets of sunstones, in my mind, what I was picturing was like a pocket with a vug and a whole bunch of crystals in it. And what I found out is that a pocket of sunstones can be just a little sunstone inside of some broken sunstones. That can be a pocket of sunstone. A pocket of sunstone can be a big bunch of broken sunstones inside of a pocket that can be like a pound or two. So I just hit a nice little pocket of sunstone here on one of Spectrum's claims. And I'm going to show it to you right now. So that's the pocket of sunstones I just found. And initially all this stuff was on top and you couldn't see any of that pretty red. And I was carefully working around it and all this stuff started to come loose because it naturally cleaves when it's drying. And it's It's right there. You can see all that color in it. Don't really know how big it is yet. It could be bigger than we're seeing. It could be smaller. Well, not smaller than we're seeing, but... Alright, so I've got this cavity back here. This whole piece is attached to this, and I can see cleavage running through the stone. So I'm going to see what I can do about either having the stones naturally sort of work their way out by banging along this line, or see if I can get this piece of basalt to pop out and I might have a nice red matrix specimen. Nope, the stones are going to pop out. They're popping out right now. Might be loose enough to pull that red out. Nope, not yet. Oh, there it goes though. There's the red. Looks like all around that red is just glass. But that is an amazing red right there. About a 20 karat stone. Deep red with some nice schiller in it. I've been out here 30 minutes. I've pulled 2 nice stones. Let's hope the rest of my day works this good. I sifted the area a little bit and went to work on the wall and just didn't feel like staying there. So I kept moving, and I was working my way to an area that I had been told that I'd want to check out. And as I got down to that area, I found another sunstone right there on the wall, just hanging right there on the wall. So I started working that area. I got that sunstone out and I started working that area. That sunstone I don't have on camera. So it was like in 30 minutes, I had found like 3 sunstones, probably between the 3 of them totaling about 50 carats, maybe plus, worth of red sunstone in like 30 minutes, man. And I mean, compared to how hard I've worked my other days before and how much soil I'd moved to find anything, I was feeling good about that day. So I started working that soil area right there for about 3.5 hours, and I was finding sunstones with color in them. I found a little green one and a little blue one, and little chips of red and some schillers, and I was pulling out enough stuff that the work was worth it. But my gut was just kicking me to do something else. I tell you what, it really was. I was working, and for like the last half hour I was working, my gut kept telling me, go down to that spot where you found that schiller matrix piece that you got on video. You guys saw that if you watched the Spectrum Sunstone Mine video. And that's why my gut kept telling me, man, like, go down there. And what my head kept saying is, you were just down there like 5 days ago. Like, it rained, but that's the only thing that's changed down there. There's even been people down there that have been feed digging since I've been down there feed digging. So I didn't really think there'd be much there. Yet, man, I was just inside. My energy was going to that other pit and going and looking around. So I filled up my grub staker bucket of virgin soil and pulled it out of that area that I'd been digging where I'd gotten that color out of. So my gut instinct finally won out. I got up out of that hole I'd been digging in for about 3.5 hours, and I started heading over towards that trench. And as I got to the trench, there was a smaller pit right next to it, right before I get to it. And last time I was out there, I had dug a little bit in that pit, and I hadn't dug there very long, but I just didn't like the feeling of when I was digging in that pit. And I'm a big gut instinct guy when hunting for minerals. And I thought to walk down there, and then immediately thought, nah, I didn't like it last time I was in there. There ain't gonna be nothing in that hole. And then I thought again to myself, that's exactly what people that don't find anything say. So I walked down in the pit, and that little pit, and man, I walked down there and I saw a big sunstone just sitting in the ground face up. monster. But wait, I just saw something else. Look at that monster. Look at those two. Yeah, baby. Loving it. And tell you what, it was a pretty good score. I sifted there for a minute. I didn't find nothing else. And then I made my way over to the trench where I'd found that Red Sunstone specimen. And I didn't even get to the edge of the trench before I could see the pocket of sunstone sitting on that piece of basalt. I could see these big red glassy from all that distance away. And first thing I said to myself was, no way, right? Like, that can't be what I think it is from this far away. And I hustled down to that thing as fast as my gimpy knee would take me. And man, when I got down there, I said no way even louder. And here's the video of that. Woohoo! Look at that thing. Look at the size of that. Isn't that amazing? Look at the red in there. Look at those. That's got to be like freaking a few hundred carats of red. Oh my God. There's Big Red in the hotel room. My finger, there's my thumb. That's my thumb next to the big red crystal that's underneath that goes that deep. I would say just the piece we see right there is about 50 carats right there. There's another one right here that is super red. It's probably a watermelon. This one has schiller in it too, you can see with the right light. This one's super red. And the great thing about this piece is it not just what we see, but what looks like it's going down and in. Like there's more. That's awesome. And it started to sort of dilapidate on me. The back came off. And as soon as the back came off, it's another trail of sunstones. And it looks like it goes deeper too, and you can see how it looks like it's sort of coming apart. So, who knows what else is inside Big Red? It was an amazing Father's Day. I hope you have an amazing 4th of July. I was really hoping while I was in Spectrum that I was going to end up having a day like I had on that Father's Day. I didn't expect so much of it to come from finding other people's leavings. I really expected that when I was going to have a day like that, it wasn't going to happen on this trip and it might not happen on the next trip, but sometime I was going to hit a really large pocket of sunstones. And the way that it all came about and the way I'd been really hunting and searching for a red sunstone specimen, and then the one that the universe, God, whoever you believe in, gave it to me, I tell you what, man, it was way more than I asked for, and I feel extremely thankful for all the people involved and for you that watch this show, because without the support of my patrons, my grub stakers, and my viewers, none of this would be possible. So you have a fantastic 4th of July. Relax, refresh, don't drink and drive, because your family loves you and I do too. I'll see you in the dirt. If you like what I'm doing here, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a comment and share any of the videos that you really appreciate. And if you'd like to help support Mining America, just check out my Patreon's page, and you can also buy something in my Etsy store and see it on the Mining America sales channel right below me. I love you for watching, and I'll see you in the dirt.